We're ready. Sorry, here we go. Well, folks, this is actually take number 2. I like to be as organic as possible. I'm your host, Tommy Williams, and today we have another great show for you in terms of interview. I'm so accustomed to getting on the other platforms talking about a new show, but right now it's just about interviews and conversations. So right now I have Chelsea Adair. She's in from California. She's actually just in by technology. Naturally, people aren't traveling too much with the pandemic, but she's been so giving to lend her time and so her expertise as well. She's a celebrity hairstylist to the stars, as I said, and it's really nice to have her aboard. Welcome, Chelsea.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Sure. So Chelsea, after that long intro, it doesn't need much to tell, who you are, but please, if you don't mind, just expanding on, who you are, what you do. And, we'll dive right in and talk about the pandemic. It's the biggest monster in the room right now. So we might as well clear up the air and tell us how you're moving through the pandemic right now.
Yeah. So I'm Chelsea Adair. I am a hairstylist and a salon owner for 10 years now. I'm in San Diego, California, and I am a mother of 4 and also the 4th generation in my family to continue the beauty business. So that's pretty much what I'm up to over here and just exploring new territories. I just started permanent makeup school. I do makeup on set, music videos, all kinds of fun stuff. So that's what I've been doing up here.
Wow. That sounds exciting in the eye of the pandemic. It sounds like you're doing things that make you happy, huh?
Yeah, it's definitely not boring. So I had 20 employees at the beginning of the pandemic, and now I'm down to like the Fantastic 5. So it's crazy just to go through the motions of this, thinking like we're unstoppable. It's March 16th, and all of a sudden, like, boom, it hit the world. Like we did not see that one coming. Nobody did, So I'm just grateful to still have what I have and support anybody that's, needing advice or help or asking me questions on how I've made it work. And I just tell them say yes to anything. If we have to sell lemonade, we're selling lemonade, just don't be stubborn and try to like sway with the wind. So
sure.
Here we are.
It's definitely a period of humbleness and being thankful, and you're truly blessed. I'll tell you, I took a look at, your backdrop when I was told that you were going to, give your time and come to the show. And I said, wow, I'm the 3rd in my family. I'm like Tommy the 3rd, my dad. But, you took on something that was a craft that's been around for a long time through generations. And I think that's fantastic. You want to talk about that a little bit? Because that's kind of different and intriguing too.
Yeah, definitely is a topic of conversation in the salon. So my great grandma started one of the first beauty schools in the 1920s, right in the middle of the Depression. So that was pretty crazy. I think she opened her school in 1936, started doing hair in the 1920s, and her name's Phyllis Adair. So all of the girls in my family that did hair start with so-and-so Adair. It's our middle name, not our last name, but now I've shifted into my last name as being Adair. So started the beauty school, and then my grandma, Maxine, followed her footsteps and started working with L'Oreal and creating the first blonde hair color on the market.
Oh boy.
And that was big shoes to fill, and I'm grateful that there's blonde out there. So, being in California, beauty services are in high demand. As I traveled, I've been hired over in India. I went over there and taught a salon in Bombay, and that was crazy, amazing experience. I think that was 2018. And I won a contest with Matrix, top 8 creative colorists in the United States, and I got to fly to the Hamptons and go do Fergie's hair.
Wow.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
And then working, there's like all different avenues to work at Coachella, and I've worked over there. So just lots of fun opportunities. And it's, you know, brick by brick, I've built the salon. I never had to get a loan. I just, you know, did it out of my gut instinct of which direction do I go next. And my amazing clients have mentored me all the way through to go, hey, what about this? And I'm like, yeah, why not? You know, let's try that. Why don't I be a makeup artist too? Why don't I, you know, go on TV? Why don't I start a TV show? You know, just each and everything. So I started auditioning. I had a show on the CW. I got to be part of called The Look, and just all kinds of fun stuff started appearing. And I realized, you know, everything I try to do happens.
Yeah.
So why do I let fear? Why does anyone let fear come into our life and tell us no? So people say, how do you do what you've done, Chelsea? How do you have 4 kids? How do you, you know, run 20 employees? How do you start new businesses? I launched a lash company this year during the pandemic, and then a second lash company. So just all kinds of fun stuff. But
and it seems, I mean, I'm just on this side of just, it seems like lashes have really taken off.
Yeah.
Now. That's like the craze now, isn't it? Would you say?
Or definitely. You know, they took off, and then it was like all the girls that had been getting lash extensions started freaking out when the lash salons are closed. And so I jumped on the bandwagon and released magnetic lashes. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah. So I was like, these are so easy. You know, everybody's going to focus on their eyes when we have a mask off. And I was like, who knows how long these masks are going to be around. So let's enhance the eyes, make the eyes dramatic, and, you know, let girls play with makeup on and eye makeup. So we jumped on that, and it was a success. So,
and they're so much safer, I would imagine, too, with the magnetic lashes.
Right. Yeah. A lot of people, you know, they're excited to go back to their lash artist and stuff, but it's, let me show you. So I launched these 3 styles. These are the dramatic, fun, exciting ones. And here's the magnetic liner. So 2 coats of that, and these just snap onto your eye liner. I have nails on, so they're hard to pull off, but if this was the eyeliner, they just snap right on. So super easy. And
how cool is that? Yeah.
I'm like, that's
nice display too. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And then
the packaging sometimes. It's such
yeah, it was fun. And then I partnered up with my amazing friends, and we collabed and made this, which is my late mom. She passed 2010 from cancer. So I wanted to build my brand around the legacy, being that, you know, my grandma did hair, great grandma, my aunt, my uncle, my mom, my stepmom is 5 generations. So I'm just saturated in beauty business. So I thought, let's keep that alive in here. I have pictures from the 20s hanging around the salon here.
Yeah.
So definitely, even though my family's passed away, they're definitely part of the brand, and we've grown, and they'd be so proud, and we'd all be working in here together if they were here. So I built them around, and I built our logo around my mom's signature. So that was super special. And I have her signature on my wrist too. So
wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is our new one. Ring light in there, and two different lashes, and first on the market for that guy. So that was super fun to release. Yeah.
So that's a hairstylist. Now, when you started out, did you started out in like a shop, or did you do it on your own?
Yeah. So I was petrified of men's hair. So it was like there's no room for a mistake, and I snuck into the busiest barbershop in my area and decided to be the receptionist, and did not tell them I had my license. I just was trying to lay low and watch what they were doing, watch how they ran the business. And so the word got out that I do hair, and they were how dare you not be here? I was like, oh my gosh, there's no way I can cut a men's haircut in 7 minutes, you know? So I ended up getting on the floor there, learning men's hair. I was so afraid. I was the slowest one there. There were 13 people, and you know, they're in and out in 30 seconds. It's a marine shop, you know? So I was like, there's no way I can do flat tops or horseshoes. Haircuts. I'm like, I mean, I don't even want to take it on, you know? So I worked there for about 2 years, found out I was pregnant, and then moved on to Ulta. And it was like every time I introduced myself, people would say, gosh, I didn't even know there was a salon in Ulta. And I'm like, well, yes, there is, but I'm in the back of the store. It's really dark back there. Like, please come see me and give it a chance. I had to like talk them into it. So, you know, I worked there for 7 years. I climbed the totem pole up to like, they're like, you want your own store? You want to be the boss? And I was like, gosh, if I'm at boss level, then I need to open my salon.
Wow, exactly. Now, were you doing cosmetology at the time as well? You were.
Yeah. So at Ulta, it was all hairstylist, but everybody was shocked by that. And they were like, how do you work at Ulta and do hair? I'm like, they have a salon, but nobody knew about it. So I opened a salon suite at Phoenix Salon Suites, and they're nationwide. And it was a mom and pop company. They took me in under their wing, made me artistic director within about 2 years.
Oh boy.
Started traveling the United States teaching. And after being there about 6 years, I was like, it's time to open up my own salon, like a big, because it was a 2-chair salon. So I came here, and this is as big as I want to get. It's about 9 stations, and I have about 18 to 20 employees. Since the pandemic, we had to remove half the stations, so we lose half the staff. But it's just been a wild ride, and you know, I haven't been able to predict any of this, like any of the journey, any of the. Initially, I was in nursing school, so you know, how did I end up here?
Yeah. So, do you have any family coming behind you? Like any nieces, nephews, anybody who's like intrigued? Like, I want to be like, you know.
Oh, definitely. My middle daughter, Andrea, is very intrigued by the whole beauty business. She asks me every day, can I come down, mommy? Can I help you sweep? Can I get the clients drinks? Can I
That's great.
do towels? How do I fold these right? You know, can I shampoo? I'm like, not yet, baby. But
that's nice. That's nice.
Here.
That's a real gift right there. I mean, you know, you got so many, you know, so much family that's looking and saying, go, Chelsea, go. You know, so
all of my kids are artists, so I'm grateful. My boyfriend's an artist. He's in production, so he just, you know, he manages artists, TV shows, all kinds of fun stuff. And then stage manager for Coachella or big events. And I'm just inspired to be around creative people. So our oldest, she's an artist. She draws, paints. She's really good at cartoons. And then my middle does hair, wants to do everything fashion. Like her outfit is top of the line. She's like, Mom, I can't wear that. My son's a dancer, and then my youngest is starting modeling. So,
oh boy, you got it all covered. Looking for big things from the Adairs, huh?
Right? Yeah, definitely busy over here.
That's super. So, how about this? How about the shot? How are things going in like your area, local government, schools, things like that? How old's your oldest?
Gosh, she turned 12 in November, so she'll be 13 at the end of the year.
Oh, okay, all right. She's going into high school or into 8th grade?
She's in 6th.
Sixth grade. Okay.
Since she's a November birthday, she's the oldest in her class. So
gotcha. Yeah. I got you.
She'll be going into 7th, and she's like, oh my gosh, boy crazy. So
oh gosh.
I'm trying to remind her about school and college, but
so school's in session, or
I just started about 2 weeks ago. She's been home since last March, so she was home about 11 months. And it was okay because she's old enough to be able to log in and stay focused. I've had to hire a full-time nanny just to kind of supervise that. No skipping class, no shutting your computer, no.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Those kids definitely want to, you know. I'm on it. I'm on. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, what are you learning about? I'm like,
right.
I can read your face. Yeah.
Yeah. So how's she managing with the social piece, socialization? She's been
She struggles like building relationships because she has epilepsy. So emotionally, she's about 3 years behind. So there's not as much, commonalities with kids her age. She's like
Yes.
the more immature of the bunch. That's just like shy. She's more at like a 9-year-old level emotionally. But as far as school, she has straight A's. She can keep up. She's
That's
really
great.
smart. Yeah. But
Yeah. And she's surrounded by siblings and, family. So it's like, that's all the time socialization. So that works out nicely.
Yeah, she just wishes, like, gosh, I wish, now that I'm in junior high, I want to say hi to everybody. I want to push myself and be more social. So she's trying, but I'm looking forward to like her warming up and hopefully in high school hatching into like being comfortable in her own skin. So
Sure. Yeah, she'll bless it.
Yeah, the little ones have been in school 2 days a week, and they're still just 2 days a week.
And now the school years. When does the school year end for you out there in California?
10th. Yeah, we'll be
Okay.
out. Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Yeah. So it's coming to a close. So it's not like I can't imagine anybody pushing and saying, okay, it's mandatory. Everybody's going back at this point. It's still going to remain your choice, the choice of the parent. And okay, that's good. Good.
Yeah. She just wants to go so she can see her crush.
Yeah. Summertime's coming.
Yeah.
Summertime's coming. Anybody, have you taken the shot or have you done the shot or the vaccine?
No, pretty much my whole family has gotten it. I want to get it, but I haven't been, the opportunity in California. It's like
it hasn't opened up all the way.
Hairstylists are at the bottom of the list, which kind
of
we're face to face. But I know there's a lot of at-risk people ahead of us. So if you fall in the at-risk category and you're a hairstylist, then you can get it. But as of now, there's no vaccine. They say like end of May. So
okay, yeah, it's right around the corner.
Yeah,
so everybody's been pretty diligent with the CDC regulations and guidelines and stuff.
Yeah, and we're really strict in here. So we're temperature taking. We have to keep a log of everybody that comes in, symptom checks, and half of our stations are gone. So there's a chair missing in between every single station.
Okay.
Yeah, and so there can only be five people in here at a time, and then 5 stylists. So it's kind of weird, but we've acclimated to it, and we're still feeding our families, and just it gets everybody's spirits up to have a job and have a purpose, and
sure,
most of our identity of what we do for a living. So I feel like clients love coming in here because it's like the only place they can be where there's other humans, for an extended period of time where they can have a conversation with a human.
Sure. Yeah.
So I love just hearing like, the giggling and just people kind of like de-stressing, and we just diffuse as soon as someone you're here to have a good time. So
absolutely. And that's what people need. People need that decompression time, and just to, that mental health is the big piece. If you don't have a chance to just, unwind or just say something to somebody, it's amazing how many people are being affected right now. I know my show that I do with my podcast, it's more geared and centered towards all the different innuendos and health and research based and stuff like that. But this is kind of loose, where we just kind of talk to people and everything. But it's nice to know that you're still thriving with your business, and you got a lot of things going and stuff like that. Are the kids planning on? Are you having the kids go to camp this summer or do anything over summer? Or?
I hope so. They're still in. Let's see. My oldest, she goes to art class, and so does my middle daughter. So the oldest 2 are girls. They're in art class. I had them in dance, and they hated it. And I was like, gosh, just stick with it. I prepaid 4 months, but really I was paying every week. And I'd peer through the window, and I was like, oh my God, these girls are not dancers.
Now your son, he did that. Yeah, sure.
He loved break dancing. His dad was a break dancer. So
it's
like,
I've done too many head spins. So, I used to be a dynamic breaker. That was the breaking and had carried the cardboard around, I'll tell you.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Yeah.
So lots of dance and art, and then hopefully gymnastics, just whatever we can do to like them active and outside.
Yeah, because moving around is very important. I know a lot of kids become very sedentary.
Yeah,
I don't know
bad.
how your kids are with social media and stuff like that, but they could just be pigeonholed to just
Yeah.
doing that. It sounds like you have your kids in a wide variety of things, and probably way before the pandemic, I'm sure. And so that's nice that even during this time, because this is a struggling time. So if they can make it through and keep themselves fortified with different outlets and stuff now, then hey, when this gets back on track, it's all the better.
Yeah. Thank God. I'm like, I'm looking for the moment of when we can see each other's faces again. And just like people come in here, they've like pretty much forgotten who they are, or, they're like, I just work from home now. My hair doesn't matter. I've let it go. And I'm like, I promise you're identifying yourself in the mirror, you're just like, you start to lose yourself when you feel like, I haven't taken care of me in a year, everything. They say I quit wearing makeup. I don't even put on my clothes. I just wear sweats. And
that's it.
Yeah. I'm like, I feel 100 times better when I get ready. So, and I'm fine in my own skin. I'll walk around without makeup all day, but I feel better. And I feel like my brother says he feels like he has his life together when he has a haircut.
Yeah. And I feel the same way with the shave. Today I didn't shave. It takes a while for anybody to notice, really, but few days. But for me, I'm like, oh gosh, I don't feel like getting, going out. No, I'll go out still, but you feel different, especially during this time. You feel real grungy, just sitting around all the time, day in, day out.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's nice. Well, you definitely seem upbeat and moving through things. I want to make sure I get your information so I can, post it in the chat and stuff. I do have plenty of people that are in California to be able to look you up and stuff. And, I'm going to be, growing as things go by. And I'd like to circle back and check on you and family and see how you're doing through things and see how the shot works out for you. I got my shot, actually, the first vaccination last Friday, Pfizer. And I'll tell you, it was
one more week.
Yeah, one more week wait, and then I get my second shot. I didn't have any pains, just pretty much a little soreness on the shoulder. I swam that afternoon. I've been doing everything that I normally do, calisthenics and stuff, and not a big deal. I heard the second shot is the one that's a little bit more to it. But I think I mean with regard to just that one layer of safety, you feel a little bit more safer. It's definitely worth it. And like I lost my mom in November, and my dad just turned 90, and so he got his vaccinations, and I want to spend some more time with that guy. And right now he's like, well, listen, you got to get the shot. I'm like, all right, well, I got it, Dad, and he's thrilled to death. I can't wait to get the second one so we can get out there and play some putt-putt, do some outdoor activities and stuff, and just get on with life.
Right. Yeah, that's all we can do. And it's heart-wrenching. I've had a lot of clients lose their parents throughout this. And it's in the beginning, it was like, have you heard of anyone with coronavirus? Have you heard? And nobody knew anybody. And all of the, myths and gossip started happening, and people were like, I don't think this is real, and well, regardless of what anyone thinks, we've got to treat it as if it is real, wear a mask, and just do our best to abide by these rules and keep us healthy. And it's a frightening thing. So I just want to, keep moving forward, live as big of a life we can, and live even harder for those that we've lost, so I live super hard for my mom, and it's like everything I do is like, I got to live double,
Hey, sure. I like that. Yeah, that's this platform had grown from the loss. Actually, when I caught COVID, it was in October, and I had symptoms pretty badly.
Wow.
And I always try to pride myself in taking care of myself and running and swimming and cycling and doing all this stuff. Surfing and stuff. Yeah, I have a ball out there, but it took me out, and when it did, I said, wow, this is serious. And I was telling on the last interview, I even called my parents one day and I said, I don't know if I'm going to make it. And, that was like, I'm not a quitter and everything, but it was going through the symptoms were just so heavy and unknown to me that I just didn't see. I didn't see. I mean, the doctors weren't taking my calls. I wasn't able to see anybody. It was just like I felt just alone with the whole situation.
Right.
And then,
That's the scariest thing is dying alone, suffering alone, gasping for air. Like that's the biggest, scariest monster in the world,
Yeah.
I can't imagine what you went through.
Yeah, sure. And that's when I took hold of the microphone and just started talking and sharing. And then lo and behold, people just started popping up. Then when I lost my mother, it was like so many people have lost their parents, and I didn't realize I have a few buddies who've lost their folks or lost one parent at least, and they were there supportive. But when I saw the population out there that was so giving and understanding, I said, "Wow, this is amazing." Here I thought, and I was always hearing my parents were like, "I don't do that Facebook, that stuff. You'll put your business and everything." And then I start thinking that old school thought, like it's the curse. Don't get on there. You don't give your information, they'll hack you. But there's so many good things going on. You just can't abuse it. You just have to take your time, pick and choose.
Yeah, and I the connection with the community during all of this. I went on Nextdoor. Have you heard of that?
No.
There's an app where you basically can talk to your neighbors about crime, safety, a lost dog, who needs toilet paper, those things. And I went on there and just said, "Hey guys, I own a hair salon. I have hundreds, maybe thousands of masks in my garage. If anybody needs N95s, I've got this many." And all of a sudden, it was like a kid at a candy store. My door had a line like across the block, and I'm like, "Oh my God." And I got to introduce my salon and say, "Nice to meet you."
Jeez, all right.
The social thing, but it was like masks were involved. And then all of a sudden I had hand sanitizer to sell. And it was just like surreal but people, it was like, I was watching these memes on Instagram of like the introvert versus the extrovert. So when the phone comes, you like run out there and that's your only friend now. I was like, "Leave me alone." "Thank you. Have a good day. You want water?" I'm like, that's me. I'm like, "Oh my God." I brought the Instacart guy in and I was like giving him a tour. I'm like, "Can I please offer you a haircut for these groceries?" Yeah, it's been such a weird thing, but it's been kind of cool because it took me out of my normalcy and to be able to get in touch with the community and just kind of feel like closer together, and people can talk and reach out to each other. Neighbors were super helpful, sewing masks for each other. There was just so much of that, which reminded me of that closeness that we had after 9/11 with, flags were everywhere. And I was like, God, I wish that didn't go away. I wish the good of all this, we would learn and keep that as part of our culture. But, it's just a whole rude awakening and learning experience for everyone.
Absolutely. Well, it certainly is a thrill to have you on here, Chelsea. And have this conversation. I think that it's a big impact. It's nice for people to just see, if nothing else, than just two people just vibing and making it through. And especially I'm thankful that you shared about your mom and things, because that's definitely it's helpful for me. Having lost my mom not too long ago. There's times, I definitely crumble, and I'm afraid sometimes, when I'm not doing the podcast and I'm not staying real busy, that I'm going to just, what's going to happen? Is this when I start really falling apart? But, there's always people out there, and then, you move along, you just take your time in life,
I say time is the only medicine for death. It's the only medicine, and everybody grieves differently. There's no right or wrong way. It's very painful for me to see Family Feud after death, because, it's common, but it's just like, gosh, we already went through enough pain. So why are we bringing more to each other,
Indeed. Amen on that.
Yeah. My mom, she left me with this, which I never forgot. There's Baz Luhrmann. Everybody wears sunscreen, or everybody needs sunscreen. You got to Google that. It's one of the best pieces of advice I've ever heard in my life. It's a song.
Okay.
And then
Who's the artist? I'm sorry. Who's the artist?
Boz, BAHZ, LURHMAN. Boz Lerman. Everybody wears sunscreen, something like that, or wears sunscreen. And then he's got a voice like Morgan Freeman. So it's just like God's talking to you, you know, you have to listen. And then the other thing is DABDA, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. So she said those are the stages of grief, and they will go in any order as many times as it takes to get to acceptance. And it'll go 50 times or 500 times or 2 times, you know? So denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. And you'll just keep going back and forth of this shouldn't have happened, or why did this happen? Or I just want to cry and scream, or it's so-and-so's fault, you know, and those are all normal. So just let yourself go through that process and don't think anything's crazy. You know, it's normal to be sad. And I wish you guys the most comforting, peaceful feelings around your family, and pray that, you know, your mom puts her hand on you and just takes all that pain out of your soul. I know it's hard.
Yes, it is. Thank you so much.
Well,
Certainly do appreciate that. It's super meeting you. And we'll make sure we stay in touch. Everybody, Chelsea Adair, and we are here to support her. So I'll definitely include your information as I go through editing process. But super. Awesome. Have a great night, a great day tomorrow, a great weekend, and God bless you and your family. Stay safe.
Take care. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. There it is. Grief comes in waves for everyone. XOX. Thank you, Apple Crescent. 5-star salute to you. Right on point. Well, folks, gotta love these episodes, huh? Big shout out, Mike. Thanks for hopping in. Perry Sanders. What's going on? Yeah, you're right. I gotta go ahead and drop that, right? I gotta drop that. Pete Town. He's right. Let me see if I remember how to do it, P. Show them what you're working with. Oh, look at that, huh? Well, I got the link in here. Anybody want to join in? Let's all join hands. It's Kumbaya time. It's Kumbaya. Kumbaya. Come on in, everybody. Who is next? Come on, stand next to me. Let's sing. Pearl wants the link. All right. Well, come on, somebody snatch it up. We want you. We want you right here. Oh, what's that? Whoopity poop. Hey, took the words right out of my mouth. Let's see what we got here. New with this, everybody, so just have to. Let's see here. I think the link is in. Perry, be obliged, please, or anyone looking for anybody. Come on up. Show some support and come on in. Let me see here. You know, let me make sure I am. Okay. Give me a second, everybody. Hey, Perry. Okay. All right.
Hey, you know what? Drop me for a second, and I'm gonna come back. Let me fix my back screen.
Hey, Perry. Okay. All right.
I'm gonna come back, okay, Tommy? Hey,
okay.
Drop me for a second, and I'm gonna come back. Let me fix my back screen.
Hey, Perry.
Okay. Oh yeah.
All right. Big shout. Hey, Mike Ledwitz, welcome aboard. Mike, I don't know if you see the link that's in the chat. If you click the link, then you could enter in and join me. I don't know if Mike's in, or let's see. I'll show you how it happens here. Devices can connect. Yes. D. Okay, D, we got you. D. So, what do you think about the show, folks? What do you think about the show? She was a lovely young lady there, very talented. You know, I really was wowed when she said that she was a prodigy, you know, of hairstylists. You know, she talked about, you know, the people in her family that preceded her in the hair industry and the beauty industry. That's great because, you know, those folks have passed on, and they're able to see that, wow, we're still thriving, we're still doing big things, and really you could tell she's moving along from the goodness of her heart. She really has a great heart, great outlook on life. I mean, seems real thrilled. Energy's all the way up. 4 kids, you know. I mean, it's 3 hours behind, but that's 9 o'clock energy right there. Still there at her workplace at the salon, you know. It's a Friday night, you know, and everybody's in good position. It seems, you know, she seemed like she was in a good space, and what a warrior, you know, as an individual who suffered such a loss, and I can dig it now, you know, I can definitely understand. She certainly is a good role model for those kids and myself as well. That was, you know, she really said some heavy stuff. I got to look up that information too. So, Miss Photogenic, how you doing? Good to see you. I was speaking of you earlier. So glad that you came aboard. So glad that you were back. You look great in that green. You know, now you joined me on my podcast. You know, you could feel free to come aboard. You know, I think I put the link in there, everybody. This is a brand new format for me, and it's been really fantastic. You know, to be able to do all these little neat stuff, these little neat things, and bring people in and hang out. Let me see if I can radio in. I wanted to introduce you to somebody. It's kind of important. It's a good guy. Let me see if I can reach the guy. Here's Barry. Mikey. Yeah. No, you can't. But you gotta click on. There's a link. There's a link in there. It's in the feed. You gotta click on it, Mike. You gotta find it. And if you find it, then you could click and you could come in. And I could. Well, it's the only link that I think is moving around in there. Okay, I got a whole big thing to do here, and I gotta let my. All right. Yeah, the link's in the thing. So, you know, and it's in the chat. Just scroll up and look. Oh, okay. The red action. It's probably the only link that's in there, Mike. Now, hey, Perry, you can hear me? Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me hold on a second, Mike. I have my mentor here.
No. Just check it out. Like if he go right above Poopty Poop, and then he'll see
a whole bunch of yellow Poopy Poop.
She got a whole bunch of yellow icons.
And a whole bunch of tacos and stuff up in there.
Yeah.
All right, go right above that, and you'll see a link. Oh yeah, he told me he called you and told you about the book. Thanks, Mike. Look, so go up there right above Poopy Poop in the taco stand, and click it. Yep. Do it.
Drop the link again. He'll see it too.
All right, do it, Mikey.
And then,
Okay.
and that time you can drop the link again. It'll be at the bottom.
I tried to. Now you said to just press the chat button.
Hit it invite. Hit invite. Copy that link and put it in the chat.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. I know about
And so
that
you
one.
can do that over and over again. And once you copy it should
gotcha.
stay there.
So yeah. Yep. Not a problem. And yeah, you mentioned something yesterday about pressing the chat button, and then it'll pop up, right?
Yeah, like the enter button or whatever it is. It might say like, I'm not sure. Like if you was gonna type a chat, it'll say chat or whatever or enter. I think it may say chat.
Yeah.
But it's just like entering any kind of text you might send or whatever. Copy, paste that link inside the box that you would normally type in, and then just hit that button next to it, and it'll pop up. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's there. You did it.
Yeah. Here's Mike. Hey, this fella and I we were in the neighborhood together. This fella here, he's a good friend of mine.
Hey, what's up? Oh no, you keep them up, man.
Williams. Boy, how many Tommy Williams we got in here? Here at the screen.
And put yourself.
Are we the only ones?
Hey, Tommy. Hey. What's up, Mike? Hey, Tommy.
Hey, buddy. How are you? Happy New Year.
Mute myself.
I'm doing good.
Hey, Tommy, you got to slide yourself in the middle?
Oh yeah. Shucks, you kidding me?
Yeah, we get to practice. We get to practice all this so you get it.
Uh-oh.
Hey, you're doing great, buddy.
There you go. Hey, you got it.
You're like Larry King. San Francisco. You're up. Talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're saying over here is Perry, listen.
Hey, what's
8
up?
years old. By the way, Tommy had a gold mongoose. Remember the mongoose?
Yeah.
We used to play in the leaves. Didn't worry about the roaches going in our eardrums. But anyway. T, do you remember when we went with Mr. Dietz and I got like a tick in my ear? We're walking in the woods for like 2 hours and this thing was like, meh, meh. And I'm like, we must have been 10 years old. I'm freaking out. It was like, playing Operation and getting buzzed in the ear, So
you guys was in New Jersey or New York?
Yeah, we were in Jersey, and
so you guys had ticks. I mean, you guys got a lot of trees up there, or what?
Yeah, a lot of like the oak and elm and stuff. The
elms,
the elm trees, oaks, maple and stuff.
We got bodies in the back of a trunk.
A lot of bugs, ticks, because we were at the Jersey Shore, so we weren't really. It wasn't really.
We weren't in the hard area.
Okay, I got you. No, because I grew up in North Carolina where we had like we were
going nice. What part?
Greensboro. We would go and play
beautiful area.
We would go down in the woods and play by the creek. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it comes with other things. When you come back, you get a check for ticks.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I had like a friend that he had twin brothers. One of his brothers actually passed from.
Caruso's.
Yeah.
It's serious. So you really got to take it seriously.
And Lyme's disease and stuff. Sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's no joke.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Perry, I like your shirt. Sherelle, is that the one? T, I saw the interview yesterday with you and Sherelle from Las Vegas, correct? Oh, that's your wife. Oh, hi. How are you?
Yeah, what's up?
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
I'm actually, we're going to have to get you and Perry, if this thing goes with me, with the television show, we're going to have to do you guys as an interview. You know that, right? I'm filming a television pilot for a car show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, and Mike's real talented. Mike does a lot of art. Mike, you're in your studio now, right?
Yeah, here, wait. Let me show you.
He was actually on my
this is
podcast,
well,
showcasing some of his art. He's like
speaking of New Jersey, this sign was at Newark Airport for like 60 years.
Uh-huh.
And I got it about 10 years ago. They were going to throw it out, and it's all metal sign. It's about 60 years old.
Wow.
And it's about 9 feet long. And here, wait, I'll show you. Here, wait.
You went to classic cars then, right?
Vintage Porsches, Ferraris.
Okay, I got you.
This is one I'm working on right now.
Oh, check that out.
And it's all like they call it pouring, because you mix it all together and you just put it in layers when you pour it in the cup. You go to a Michael's and then it just comes right out real cool. And I'm doing
Did you
my
paint
fourth.
that, or are you painting that, or somebody?
Oh yeah. Yep,
Oh,
I painted it. Here,
okay.
I'll show you. This is a great one though. This one is one of my favorite. This one, it's called Patience because I was trying to do the eyes blue, and you can see behind. It looks. She looks like she's got glaucoma. It's not working very well. It's very terrible. Poor person. She's got glaucoma. Based on me.
You get Dennis Rodman on your wall.
You know, it's funny. Listen, my brother right there, and he is my brother. We have we've been friends. Oh my God, since he was a year older than me, so maybe third grade for him, second grade for me, and it's the Boy Scouts, and we'd raise holy hell. Oh my God, we were always in trouble, innocent trouble, but always in trouble.
And for those of you who've got a chance to meet Danny, Danny is.
Oh, you have Rock Followit's on?
Yeah,
this guy was a prodigy musician.
We made a song.
I know. It came out good too.
Yeah,
it came out good. He made another song. He made another song about Porsches, and you know, he reminds me of like a jingle. You know, he'd be the jingle king. You know, back in the 50s. You know, with advertising and everything. So it's crazy. So Sherelle, how did you get started with? I was watching on the YouTube yesterday with T and your wife, and you know I'm seeing 282,000 subscribers. So how like what are you doing? How does it get there? How can you get there? Because I want to figure out how to do it myself. You know, and it's so hard.
The crazy part, it takes time. Like my wife, I think when she started, she could have started like 4 years ago. For her first year, she was lucky to even have 100 subs. So, like, we would see a video and be like, you know, because, you know, at the time, it's not even a serious business. You know, you just do it for fun. You know, you'd be like, oh, I got 2 viewers. I got 2 viewers for the whole day. 2. You'd be like, okay. Then one day, it's a big thing when you get 18.
Yeah.
18 people watch. Oh, we had 18 people. You know, and then of course Perry, he's gonna say, well, hey, all right, let's do this. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll go on to the next. But it actually took us probably about a good year. But I think once you hit a certain point and you start the game because you hit an algorithm in the system, and you just keep going. And then, of course, from where you start, you don't finish. My wife started with nails, fingernails, you know. Because me and her were going to do a thing at first when we first started. And we was going to just do just a conversation, husband and wife. But we weren't going to use our real name. So we would sit there and do it. We'll go through about 20 minutes. And then somebody will say the wrong thing. Now, at this point, we wasn't editing anything. So, forget it. We'll try again tomorrow. Right? You know, you want people in your personal business. You know what I'm saying? So, we actually did that, and then she started doing nails. She did wigs. She did a couple things. And the funny part about when she did wigs, if you go back and watch the first couple of videos, she would talk about wigs. She'd be like, oh, I got this. This is this. You know how girls go. Oh, this is blonde beauty or whatever. Oh, by the way, my neighbor across the street, he's out there and he's doing this crazy thing and he's walking around with a gun, you know. So it goes from a wig video to whatever she's thinking about. Wow. It was just crazy, but it was fun. And so we just go through this whole thing because my son, the one introduced us to it when he was in college, because he paid for like pretty much 2 years of his college through YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah, we was paying for it. And then he started like a sporting channel. And he would play games. And I was like, son, that is the damnedest thing. Who gonna watch you play a game on PlayStation if I got the game on my PlayStation?
That's right. But let me tell you something. I have twins, Tommy's nephew. Actually, Tommy was the very first one to see my children when they were born. The very first one. That's what this guy is to me. He's my blood. Yeah. He's just
how old are they?
They're going to be 10 April 4th. I just had my birthday on Sunday. I just turned 53. And Oliver and Wyatt, they got hair down to midway. They look like they're members of Led Zeppelin. And, you know, if they're not tolerating each other, they're beating the crap out of each other, you know?
Yeah. But are they into YouTube? Are they like to YouTube or anything like that?
Oh, my God. That's all they do is follow it. They know more about this than I do, you know?
Well, no, that's the whole thing. Like I would tell Tommy. Tommy was like, well, how did you know this? Hell, Tommy, me and you the same age. I had to ask my damn son because we don't know. We didn't even have, we was lucky if we had a home phone.
Yeah.
No less a cell phone, a home phone.
Yeah.
Or a color TV. We was lucky to have that, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's
it's
the whole
truth,
thing,
though.
you know. But these kids these days, like, if you got younger kids and stuff, nieces and nephews, they know. It's like almost like they regular life for them. But for us,
you know, it's funny. They know everything. I'm like, and you know, the funny thing is that wait, hold on, just in case I get the backup going. Just you know, they know everything. They watch the Mr. Beast and the whole thing, and it's just it's crazy. I mean, it's totally crazy. And I'm like, Oliver, how? Oh, this guy made $18 million, and he gives half of it away, or majority of it away, and it's just it's unbelievable. Wait, what is this? Hold on, wait. Oh, there we go. Sorry. So,
Mike, there's
it's kind of crazy. Hi.
Stacy saying hi. Stacy Ames.
Oh, Stacy! What are you doing? Oh, she's not right. Is she getting on? Stacy, get on the thing. Let me see you. I haven't seen you in 30 years. What are you doing? Let me tell you, it's crazy. But you know, the funny thing is that so when Tommy started this thing has blown up like unbelievable.
Right.
I mean, let me tell you something. We used to call ourselves Starsky and Hutch when we were kids because we used to. All right. So it's really not that big of a thing. Watch, your father still get pissed off. But so Mr. Williams, I'm a total car guy. Everything I relate to in my life is, that's the car you had. And it's like this trigger for me. So when we met Tommy, they had a Mercury Marquis, like a 1970 station wagon with like the wood paneling. You remember that tape? Well, of course you remember. It was your car. But and then so fast forward. So Tommy's dad had a burgundy, like a red burgundy 82 Mercury Marquis. And me and T would take the car out. Now that he could drive. Then all of a sudden in 84, Mr. Williams steps up big time for us. And he bought a Cartier Lincoln Town Car, white with the silver sides. It originally had the alloy wheels with the lines in it. And then he changed that, and I was totally upset about that. And he got these wire wheel covers. Remember that tape? And it had the gray velour interior. Anyway, so Mr. Williams was no joke. He's all quiet now. Teacher, authority. I mean, and we raised holy hell. Innocent holy hell. Nothing like, you know, just being goofballs, you know. And we would laugh 24 hours. Still, 40 some odd years later, when we get on the phone and I'm in my house, my wife will hear me from the other side of the house because I'm laughing so hard. I get like an asthma. I mean, it's ridiculous. So she's like, "You're on with Tommy." I'm like, don't even worry about what we're talking about, you know. And we're always cracking up. So here's Mr. Williams. Tommy, Dad. Yeah, come here. Michael, come here. Yes. Don't touch that car. It was like Ferris Bueller. Do not touch that car. Don't even go near that car. You can look at it, but don't do it, you know. And so we're like, no problem. Well, he goes off to school and we're looking at each other. And I'm, you know, paraphrasing this. You know, I don't remember. But basically it was like, we go nuts. We're laughing, giggle. We get the keys. I think he hit him. Didn't he hide him or something? I don't even know what.
He just left him out. He just left him out.
Oh, he left him out. All right. So we get in the car and we're sitting in the car like, oh, man, it's so nice. And we're looking at you, and he's like, why don't we just drive it up the driveway? It's like, no big deal. So we're back. I remember it's like yesterday. So we back it out. He had this long, the big square. So we back it out, do like a K-turn, then you drive down the driveway. And we're like, oh, shit, we're dead. We already know. We're like, and I'm like, T, don't do it. Your dad's going to catch. He's like, I don't know. So we were like, let's just drive it around the block.
Yeah.
No big deal. Morris drive around the block. Next thing you know, we're going out a little further. All local. Then we come back. We put like 10 miles on, 15 miles on. I don't know what the hell we did.
Right.
And we're like, oh my God, what are we going to do? Back it up. Maybe it'll roll it back. You know, you never know. Because the old cars, you could roll back the speedometer.
Right. No.
The funny thing is, so we pull it back in the garage. We did it like 1 day, 2 day, 3. We kept on doing it. And Mr. Williams wasn't even noticing. We're like, oh my God, this is great.
For real though, would you notice if, unless you were suspecting somebody's doing something, nobody really checks that.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. I mean,
and Mike, you know what, Mike? I'm saying you're a different cat. Okay.
Yeah. You ain't kidding. I'm a nut job.
You've been talking about damn cars. Okay. And
That's it.
All the time.
I'm starting to think this. You probably remember your first car.
I do.
Before you remember your first date.
Yeah. Because my first date, that's a whole nother story. This is a family show. I know. We can't. Oh, no.
Yeah, please.
That's a private conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could all talk about that later. But I do remember my first car, and I remember my grandparents. I remember, like Mary Lou Henner remembers every single day of her life. Literally, some condition. I'm not to that extent. I wish I was, because I'd be, have more. But I remember at about 2.5 or 3 climbing in the back of my grandmother's Lincoln. She had a Mark III 69 or 68 Mark III. It was like deep burgundy. Oh my God, it's so gorgeous. One came on the market. I was going to buy it. It was like 35 grand. I'm like, I can't do it. But gorgeous. I mean, really. But I remember we had Fiats, and then now I've got 2 vintage Porsches, and I got them after my parents passed away. Well, actually, one I got when my father was still alive. If he would have known, he would have kicked my ass. I never would have heard the end of it. And then now I've got a 73 Porsche, a 914 silver, 2-liter. And I got an 85 944. And now I'm looking for another one, hopefully. But, got to get got to get into whatever I got to do. I don't know. We'll see. The car show is exciting because we interviewed 2 people already. We're going for a 3rd one. And this guy was he's been in the film industry for 25 years. He filmed John Wick 2 and John Wick 3, the car chase scene in the 2nd and the motorcycle scene in the 3rd. And it was a group of people. So he was one of the subs.
Thank you, Miss Photogenic.
Hi, Miss Photogenic. How are you? You're photogenic. Yep. Yeah. And so it was just why do I feel like Ed McMahon? I'm just like the sidekick here. So it's but it's exciting. But I want to start doing a YouTube. We're actually I didn't even tell you, we were thinking about building a Beck Speedster for like a YouTube series. But the thing is that trying to get in, you either got to dump a lot of money into it, right? To really for the advertising and build up, yeah.
For what?
For YouTube, like if you want to try and boost the.
I mean, I don't know. Money ain't gonna help you there. It's just actually doing it, man. Seriously. But trust me, it's the damnedest thing. I never thought you was gonna come home and just talk about cars, but. There's many people.
You see, I'm just like, hey, I'm so accustomed to this.
Like you.
Brother,
like
you can sleep now.
That was an Eldorado 3.2 class 4727 82 model. What? Who knows all this? But
I'm like an idiot savant with this stuff.
No.
It's crazy.
Believe it or not, though, that's what I was telling Tommy the other day. Everybody is people out there that's looking for what you're doing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like I told Tommy, my channel is not for everybody, but it's people looking for it. His channel is for him. People looking for that. It's just weird. Like you got to just go out there and just do it. But you don't need the money. You just need your cameras and stuff and set it up and do it. And just don't expect anything. Because you was going to do it anyway. Yeah. You was going to rebuild the car anyway.
Yeah.
Film it, do whatever, put it out there. Keep doing what you're doing. And trust me, the first couple of years while you're doing it, it's the funnest part anyway. Because when you start making the money, then that's when politics come in. Because now, at first, it was a luxury, right? It was like fun. I can have fun and just say what I want to say. You didn't care what nobody said about you and your cars. But
No.
when you start getting the check and people start saying, hey, I don't like that. I don't like that car. I don't like this and that. Then you're like, hey, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't talk about that car. Right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you start to modify things.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I mean, you'll be okay. Just go, trust me, just get your camera, film it. You was going to do it anyway.
Well, actually, this stuff is different. This is I'm not mechanical. That's the funny thing. So it's the producer that I'm doing this with, the other show, at least the pilot. I shouldn't say the other show.
Right,
Well, I guess it is. Yeah. He said we should do a web series, like a 10-episode web series of me building this car with this gentleman, Chuck Beck. And he's 84 years old. He took me for a ride 2 weeks ago in his Lister. Lister is kind of like a Shelby Cobra, you know, the little 427 Cobra like Carol built, but it's an English version, and it's a replica car. But it weighs 1,700 pounds.
Let me stop you for a second. Love you to death, okay? Me and Tommy are these people in this chat is not experts. When you go, oh yeah, you know, the Cobra back. Nobody probably knows anything what you're saying. But I got you, right? It's a nice car.
Yeah.
But what I'm gonna say is, if this guy is gonna come and produce this 10 web series, he's producing it. You just do what he want him to do. I mean, do what he wants you to do.
That's right. That's exactly what I said. You got it right on the money. Right? Because I tell him, I said, I don't care what we do. Getting back to because we've got Netflix who wants to see the finished product already.
Right, exactly. Right.
Yeah. So I said, I don't care what I do. I don't care if I'm the brunt of the joke. It means nothing to me. It doesn't mean it's about making people happy. That's what like T is doing, you know, and what you do. I haven't seen you. I only saw the excerpt of Tommy and your wife, and it was a very nice interview. She's very like specific. She was very, very good. And I'm not saying because I'm on all this nonsense. I'm saying because it's true. Yeah. And just really very pinpointed in, which was great. And I'll tell you, you know, it's funny when you're interviewing people, it really does take practice because I had to interview 2 people and I want to speak and listen to what they say and let it flow.
Right.
And we're trying to get the producers trying to get some content across that, hey, so I'm stopping and start. It's like learning how to drive a car.
No, it's not easy. It's not easy. Like on my channel, my wife goes, why don't you do interviews? It's not for me. It's not my personality. My name is not Wendy. I'm not Tommy's sister. Do you understand what I'm saying? She know how to do it.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is a lot of the stuff, it takes a lot of stuff. And really, if you interview, you start off and you're trying to learn it, you're going to get criticized to the left. You're going to get criticized to the right.
Yeah.
You didn't do enough. You did too much. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But really, what I can say, Tommy's sister perfected it. And the whole world know this, right? But for what we doing, don't worry about it, man. Just go and do your thing and you'll learn as you go. But, and I'll say this, for the stuff we talking about now, for your ideas that you want to do, you can't be so free to say it on the internet. I'm only going to say that because once you do it, people going to copy what you did. But before you do it, you don't want nobody to take your idea and do it before you.
That is true.
Right.
Yeah, it's the first time. Yeah, it's true because people are like, well, what's the name of the show? I'm like, I'm sorry. Actually, I can't tell you. One guy wanted to do an interview with me, a local guy doing a YouTube car show. And he goes, are you available? And originally before this whole site, I said, absolutely, more than happy to help you. Figure you can promote my artwork and what have you. And then when he called back up, I actually had to ask my producer, I said, is it all right? And he goes, actually, you could do it, I guess, but I don't know how much it's going to help you or the project. So I said, okay, I won't do it. So I told him, I said, I'm so sorry. I said, this is such an awkward thing for me, but I got a prior commitment. I'm like, it's the weirdest, most surreal thing, even though nothing's happening. It's just a pilot. But, you know.
Mike, let me say this. Okay, even with the pilot, right? I'm going to say right now, like I said, me and Tommy don't care about cars like that, right? I mean, maybe Tommy do. I don't really truly know. But people in the chat. But it's somebody out there that can run across this video, right? And when you say pilot, they thinking, hey, let me go and get it. So I'm only saying when things like that, you keep it in your back pocket until it's yours, until it's done.
Oh yeah.
I mean, because right now, trust me.
What happened? Everybody froze.
You might say, "Hey, I didn't know
Everybody
nobody
hear
like
me?
Huh?
No, I'm not talking. Someone else may be.
Oh, who's that? Tommy? Did he fade out? Oh, he's froze, I think. But no.
What's going
Sort
on?
of keep
Should I
it in your
refresh
pocket.
it?
I mean, sort of keep it in your pocket, Mike. Is what I'm saying. Like,
It'd be funny if everybody's looking at me still.
yeah, no, and we still looking at you. But
What are you doing? I hate this.
now he probably go because his internet pop out because he get to pop out and come back in. But seriously, Mike, anytime like that, if me and you and Tommy was just talking on the phone or something, cool. But I'm just saying because you never know, right? In a pilot, it's not guaranteed, right?
Yep.
But if you got 4 or 5 pilots, somebody else can join that rat race. If that makes sense. Yeah. So be real careful what you say. Like that. Because trust me, I mean, shit. I mean, on my channel, I just do something just loosely because I don't care. Right?
What is your channel, Perry?
It's Perry Sanders on YouTube. Perry Sanders.
Perry Sanders on YouTube.
Sanders, yeah. And I just talk relationships, and then we pretty much talk relationships. Probably for the first 30 minutes. I might be on there for an hour and a half. Like tonight, I was on for 3 hours. Because it's Friday night, we partying, right? But it goes from the front room to the back room, if you know what I'm saying. But it's not for everybody. But with everything going on, nobody has an outlet. You know what I'm saying? So it's a chance to just hang out with some friends. A lot of people in the chat don't really care about what we're saying. They just, communicate with each other. But yeah, you got to be real careful, on what you say. But that's what my channel is about. It's like that. I have fun because it gives me an outlet too. So like most people say, hey, thank you, Perry, for doing what you do. Well, I do it too because I need an outlet. What I'm saying? Because I need an outlet. And why did my blue screen pop away, Tommy?
Now, Perry, so your wife has a channel and you have a channel, or is it all the same?
Oh, no. She has her channel and I have my channel.
And how many subscribers do you have to your channel now?
I may have 12, 13,000 maybe.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Well, I guess. Yeah. No, now I mean, now this is my problem with the whole thing. When my wife got 100, I was ecstatic, right? But my wife had, 280, 290. I mean, somewhere getting close to 300. So when I get 13, it's like, oh, well, I just took out the trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, it's
but you know what? We love our children equally, right?
Right.
We love our children equally.
But
you're looking good, buddy.
I actually just like it. I mean, regardless of numbers, I just like it just because it's an outlet. You know what I'm saying? And it gives me something. Because my wife said I talk too much, so I can go on there and talk.
We're all the same. Trust me.
Mike, did you see the interview I had earlier, Mike, with
the hairdresser?
No, man. Goomba Johnny.
No, I didn't.
Remember Goomba Johnny from KTU?
I remember Goomba Johnny. Did he work with Wendy or no?
No. He was Wendy was on she didn't do K.
Sorry,
Z100 at C100 and a bunch of other ones at the time.
Yeah, I remember Goomba Johnny.
He was on there. He was on for like 16 years.
That's awesome.
He used to play for the Giants. He used to play for the Jets for a moment. Yeah. I mean,
I don't even know what he looks. I'll have to watch. I'll have to watch the
real nice guy. Let me tell you something. He'll be down here. He's a comedian as well now. So
didn't he have a comedy store? No.
He did comedy. He did a comedy show. He roasted who was Big Pussy with? Remember the guy, he's an actor. I can't think
did
of.
Did he do comedy or what did he do?
He could say names. They got the names. It's kind of like It's crazy. I don't want to do a lot of raw talk on here. I try to keep it kind of regular. Hey, where did Perry go? He dipped out. Look what he did. So please let's not talk about cars anymore. Boil that down.
And Stacy was on. Stacy Ames, where are you? Get on this thing, will you?
Yeah, there's Stacy. Oh, there's Perry. Perry's back.
Is he back?
Yep.
This is awesome. The StreamYard.
Yeah, it's nice.
Hey. No. What I was trying to do is I don't know how to fix I just started this green screen today. You know how you get to learn everything? I don't know how to edit it once it fade out. It just faded out for some reason, right?
Well, that's what happened to me. It took me out yesterday. You remember it did that yesterday? No. Why am I always taken out?
It was your internet that did it. Sometimes the internet come weak.
I did 3 shows, and now all of a sudden it's.
But at least you can come back. But like mine, you back and you still got your background. I'm back and I got my green screen. I might back there. You see what I'm saying? So let me kick me out, but drop the link. I'm gonna go and fix my background because I got to have something. I can't have this. I'm not Tiger Woods, man. I don't need to be. You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully he's feeling better. I'll tell you one thing though.
How is he doing?
I guarantee you those Hyundai sales on that Genesis SUV blew up throughout the roof. I'll tell you that much.
But how is he doing though, Mike?
I actually, you know what? I don't know. I really, it's funny. I honestly, Perry, I don't watch the news at all. I mean, hardly at all. It's my day consists of my kids are home for COVID, through virtual learning. So I'm assisting my wife and trying to keep the peace and keep them going. And then I'm painting really nonstop, or I'm doing the filming stuff.
No, I got you. It's the same way.
Yeah.
Like 4 years ago, I used to watch it daily. You know what I'm saying? I'd come work and then I'd go and watch it. But now that I'm retired, did that and working with my wife, it's like, man, it was almost more rest. I got more rest working. If you know what I'm saying. Like this thing is crazy once you get into it. You know what I'm saying? It's like always this. And I haven't had a chance to really watch the news because what she do is watch all these shows. So she want me to come on the show with her. So guess what? When she watch Housewives, I got to watch Housewives.
Cartier. Hey.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I got to watch something that's like, hey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny, it's just weird. It's this whole I mean, Tommy has been wanting to do something like this for years. We talked about it for years. And then finally here we are, and it's just it's a great thing. He's a natural.
So have you seen all his videos are pretty much with him when he started?
Yeah, I haven't seen all of them yet total, but I've seen quite a few, more than half.
Okay, good. That's if you seen 4 or 5 of his videos, you've seen what I've seen. Okay, so I don't know why it popped up. Maybe my wife covered his sister or something, and his name popped up. I'm like, hey, Tommy Williams, huh? I don't know. Who the hell is Tommy Williams? So I click on it, right? And then I got this guy driving down the road. Well, hey, everybody, it's a nice day, and everything's going to be okay.
He's got you down pretty good, too.
I'm thinking to myself, who enjoyed it, they damn job that much to drive 15, 20 miles and you happy about it?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm drinking coffee, going to work from my house and road rage. And he's, oh yeah, everybody, I just want to just say hi and, and then look down because he got a little phone sitting there and he's reading the chat. Oh, hi, Delarisa, how you doing and everything?
Delarisa.
Everything's fine and God bless America. Look, dude. It was the damnedest thing. And I said, hold up. And I'm thinking, who in the hell gonna watch this? Only because, like, for me, but like I said, remember, it's a people, it's somebody for everybody, right?
Mm-hmm. That's
and
right.
He's going on. I never knew he had a personality until we talked to him afterwards.
Oh my God.
But my wife talked to him.
He's so refined right now, you have no idea. Don't make it for yourself.
Yeah, when I talked to him the last couple of days, I said, damn, this guy's funny. He's not the same guy that I see driving. Well, hey everybody. I said,
You know what
damn,
that
Mr.
is? That's being polite in front of the elders. That's what that is. That's being like respectful to the other human beings out there. But then when you're with the crew, it's a laugh party. I'm telling you, we laugh our ass off.
I get it, Mike. You're making me feel bad because I don't even take that approach. I just go right to being me. The hell with it.
That's it, man.
Right? That's me. But Tommy was a trip. Like he would just go and do it. I was like, okay. Where's this going to? But he would narrate a story on his way from home to work.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. On my channel, I'm not trying to tell no story. You see what I'm saying? That's what I say. It's different things. I'm just laughing, having fun. I don't
You're giving tough love.
We can talk 2 minutes about a subject, and that subject can be done, and we on to the next. Yeah, but no, he sit there and carry this whole thing, and I was like, hey, this guy, damn, he's sort of nice, right? But when I actually met him this weekend, he made me laugh. And see, that's what I'm all about. I need laughter, right? But he was just kicking it, just driving down the highway, passing cars. Okay, he'll come back over. Yeah, I'm sorry, Rebecca. Oh yeah, hi, and everything's good. And oh yeah, I left at 5:15 on ride my bike today. And look, Perry too old to be riding a damn bike. Okay, what Perry gonna do?
By the way, how old are you?
This is what Perry gonna do. We all the same age. We all the same age. I don't want to repeat
it. We're all the same. Yeah, I'm 53.
We all the same. So Perry like this. He want to ride a bike. I ain't got time to ride a bike. And Mike, what you want to do is work on that damn Porsche. That's what you want to do. See, I want to
buy another one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let me tell you something. My wife, she put up with my bullshit for. Oh, sorry for everybody, but she's put up. I'm thinking it's censored. Yeah. So she puts up with my craziness. I mean, thank God for it, because this was my whole thing. When I bought the 14, she goes, "What are you doing? What are you out of your mind? You're not buying a car." And I'm like, "Listen, let me just show you what I'm talking about. It's like a small, I call it a rolling CD cars. Not all of them. It has to be the right one. But Porsches never lose money. I mean, never lose money. Certain ones never lose money. Always go up. So I got a really good deal on it. I made like 10 grand on signing on the car. And I said, it's like a little 3%. I said, if I put the money in it for 5 years, it's the exact same thing. She goes, are you going to sell the car? Yeah, no. But when it goes, it's going to keep on going up. So, and my sons love it. I mean, Wyatt is the younger one by a minute, and he's my sidekick pretty much at all the car shows. And he's already claimed the car is his. Oliver's claimed the other one. And so I'm just driving their cars around, And they're not the most expensive thing. It's nothing about that. It's just about the experience. And the thing is that driving in a vintage car, it's like out of a sea of ordinary.
Right.
You're the odd duck in there. And I mean, literally. I mean, I could be 1,000 cars in. I'm the only older car there. That's vintage. That's nice. And people get smiles. They speed up to see me. Oh my God, I used to have that car. I'm putting smiles on people's faces. I'm not even doing anything. It's the car. It's not me. I just happen to own it.
Right.
And they're not that expensive. I paid 20 grand total for the car.
So let me ask you this. Do you like the newer Porsches they're making now, or the 944 back in, say, 88, 90?
Oh, I like the older ones. I'd have a vintage. I'll never buy a new car, I don't think.
That's the crazy part. You know how like the shapes change and all that? What made that Porsche was that shape it had, and then had the little tail in the back or whatever.
Oh, yeah, the whale tail.
Yeah, that was it. Like, that is my vision of a Porsche. Now, it's like, okay, well, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they're so expensive. I mean, they're a turbo, 220 grand. You've got the GT2 RS, which is the really top of the, well, not the total top. That's like 450,000. I mean, wow. I could buy 10 911s for that. Well, not 10. I could buy for 400 grand. Yeah, maybe I could buy 4 of them. Not that I have the money to do it, but I mean, it's just. The reason, this is also one reason why I like vintage cars. Here in Georgia, if you move out of state, you have to pay taxes for the retail value of that car all over again.
Right.
And it's a real pain in the neck. And so my car, the 73, I paid $18 in taxes. The car is probably appraised about $30,000. So if I bought it new, I would have had to pay $2,100. So it's not a massive amount, but you're saving. I paid total with a personalized license plate saying 73 2-liter. I paid $90 in taxes when I would have had to pay probably $2,500 to $3,000 if it was a new car.
And that's in Georgia.
And it saves you money. I don't know how it is where are you? You're in Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but yeah, I mean,
you always
Vegas
pay
is great.
Like I left Virginia and came to Las Vegas. So, I mean, regardless of what state you go into, it's going to change with that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Yeah.
It could drop, I guess, but I don't know. I mean, you know what? I can't even tell you if mine dropped or not. I just know it's a fee I got to pay. So, damn it, whether it dropped or not, I just paid it.
You still have to pay it every month.
Yeah, right.
I mean, every year.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
you're not you close to Atlanta?
Yeah, I am. I'm probably about 40 minutes away from Atlanta, and about 40 minutes away from Atlanta. But we're in Swanee, a really nice area. What, buddy?
I was just giving a little shout out to.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, Mike. Because I was gonna say me and my wife stayed. I think my son was like 1. We probably stayed like a year and 2 months in Clarkston. It's right outside of 285.
Clarkston, 285 roads.
It's like you get the 285, the big circle, and then there was another highway. I can't remember the highway.
75 or 85.
I think it could have been 75. It wasn't 85. It was 75 that could have, whatever it was, took you to Stone Mountain.
Oh, yeah. That's on the other side. That's about 40 minutes away from me.
Yeah. We stayed there for maybe a year and 2 months. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, and then I left California, went to North Carolina, because that's where I was born and raised. And I was like, no, it's a difference when you were like born and raised in a spot. When you go back and have to establish a living, it wasn't the same. I was like, no, it's not for me. And then I was like, well, hey, I didn't have the money to go all the way back to California. So I went to Georgia. I just needed to leave. Stayed there for a year and 2 months, and then we went back to California. And then I had to reestablish there too. You know what I'm saying?
What part of California were you in?
San Diego.
Oh, nice. That's a gorgeous area.
Yeah, it's right there. Well, Camp Pendleton. I was on Camp Pendleton in the Marine Corps base there. So
thank you for your service, man.
Yes,
I really appreciate that. My dad was ex-Ranger in the Army. He retired Lieutenant Colonel, and
wow.
Yeah, he was a pretty cool guy.
Oh, yeah, he did good then. I mean, I didn't have that kind of rank. My rank wasn't like that. If you had to rank that, his rank and my rank compared to a Porsche, I was an escort.
Hey, escorts.
I had an escort. You know what I had growing up? I had that Escort GT. You remember that car?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
My best friend had that car, and you couldn't tell him that he didn't have a BMW. In his mind, it was black, gloss, rims, and I think he had 12 or 14-inch woofers in the back.
Yeah.
He thought he had a Porsche, man.
We used to dog out Wendy and Wanda's cars. Remember how?
Oh my God! All right, this is the craziest. So Wanda, his older sister, had an '81 Subaru. Stick 5-speed. Tommy, did Wanda let you take the car when you came to James's house? Or no,
ever let me take it.
No. All right. So T steals the car. And it was so he stole the car. Not literally. It was like a family affair was at the house, and he just snuck out. So he took Wanda's car. It was gold.
Well, they didn't say I couldn't, but they didn't say I could.
Right. And it was, what was that, gold? Gold or silver? I think it was a champagne. Oh, it was champagne color. You remember the champagne?
My grandfather got it for her.
So Tommy pulls up, and he's like, Mike. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing? He goes, watch, I figured it out. He couldn't even get out. So this is the very first time he's driving stick. So he gets in front of our buddy's house, and he's stalling, bucking, he's stalling. We're laughing. I'll never forget that day. And then Wendy had a brown metallic Subaru Legacy that she got after she graduated college, I think. And she got her first job doing the radio. And me and Tommy, we went out. I went up once, I think, to the radio station. It was that night. We're going to go out clubbing, and we never made it. Or maybe we did, I think. But Wendy's car was got broken into. So then finally, Wendy gave it. It was like beyond repair. Wendy gave it to Tommy. And we were in the driveway, and the front seat, the driver's seat, was out of the car.
Whoa!
I don't even. T, what did you take that out for? Were you cleaning or something? Or there was I don't remember what the fuck. Anyway, so he's like, he was driving around. Weren't you driving around with the box on the thing? Because you had
the tree stump. And a tree stump.
And I'm like, what are you doing?
The seatbelt wrapped around me.
Yeah. Wow. Come on, Tommy.
Hey, T, how long did you drive like that for?
It was a while until I sold it, I think.
What happened to the seat, though? Something bad, like a skunk or something, or I don't know what the hell happened.
I don't remember, Mike, but I remember the
I don't either. All I remember is you were in the driveway, and I'm like, where's the front seat? I go, where's the driver's seat? And you're like, something happened. I don't know if some pee or a dog got on it or something happened where he took it out. I think you were just cleaning it or something. And he's driving around with the thing. We were like if this was the dash, right? You're seeing normal. This is Tommy, and he's driving and he's driving with his hand, and we were just driving. It's fucking incredible, man. Oh God, we laughed our ass off. We laughed our asses off. I mean, we were. And I say this story all the time, but so when we came home, when we hung out at his house, he like, you want to come over? Okay, so I come over. We'd have to go through the garage. We both hold our breath because they had a German Shepherd named Hans, who was like the size of Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was the biggest fucking dog I ever saw, and he was not friendly to me. He loved them, but he was very protective. But if he had an accident, it would be in the garage. But the pee, like he was so strong with his urine, you had to hold your breath. And I'm talking about, this is not. I could taste it. It's like. It wasn't like just fucking bitter. It was like doing like free scuba diving without oxygen. You're holding your breath for 20 minutes straight. It's like are you ready? Are you ready? And we'd run through. Meanwhile, the garage was like 10 feet long. We're like, get in. We blow it all out, right? And then he'd be like, you hungry? And I'm like, all right, yeah. What do you got? Well, we got Celentano's pizza. The 3 pizzas in a square, the rectangulars. Well, we put it in the little oven, and we'd always burn it. Tommy would always burn it. Well, it would burn. It smelled the kitchen up. We didn't know. Meanwhile, just as we're pulling it out, Mrs. Williams would come home, and she would always get pissed off because it was like stinking up the kitchen. So she'd be like, Tommy, what are you doing? And we're like, Mom, we're just trying to make pizza. She's like, I will finish it. Go upstairs. Go, Michael. If you are staying, you have to go upstairs too. I'm like, Mrs. Williams, what did I do? Nothing. Just go. So we were basically like both grounded. Then she would get the pizza. She would clean up. Oh my God, she was the best, man. She was just such the best. She was like, she wanted everybody learning. It's just she held you accountable. There's no screwing around, and it was just. But she gave lots of love. She was an incredible human being. Really, really an incredible human being, and. I was so happy. I hadn't talked to her, probably since last May. Mother's Day is when I Skyped you with Dad. And then October. And it was right before she got sick. And her first words out of mouth were, Michael, how are the children? And I said, Mrs. What? They're doing great. They're doing great. She goes, where are they? And my kids get shy in front of the camera. Tommy's the only one that they'll actually even go in front of the camera with. Nobody else. You could be the president of the United States. They don't care. Oliver's like, my identity, you're giving away my identity. They can come and get. I'm like, Oliver, no one's coming to get you, buddy. No one's coming to get you. It's okay,
Yeah.
So he's the little wild Mustang, my son.
That's crazy though. That's wild though. Tommy riding around with a box seat, huh? But
I swear.
Oh, did Mike disappear? Did you kick him out, Tommy?
No, my hands were tied.
It might be his internet.
Yeah,
but no, seriously, like I laugh about that. Yeah. But my first car, now I did have a seat. I ain't never take my seat out. My first car, I think I could have been 16. It was a 1975 Vega. You probably wouldn't know what it is, but I know Mike would know what I'm talking about.
Sure. I remember Vegas because my first car was a 1974 Chrysler Newport.
Okay, there you go. Because my father was a mechanic, right? And my father.
Oh, okay.
My father, because he grew up in South Carolina, back in the day, because he was way older. Mm-hmm. But I think he dropped out of school in the 5th grade, right? So when they did it, they had the life was totally different. Yeah. So he learned mechanic work by hands-on, right? Mm-hmm. So he's like, oh, well, I'm going to get you a car. He was really great at it. So he took me, I said, okay, Dad, let's go get the car. He took me to a junkyard, like a salvage yard. I got this car. I want to say it was $225. It was either $220 or $225. But that was a lot to me because I was working at Bojangles, the chicken place. Just, how, kids, I can't save all my money. I got to have fun too, right? So I saved all this money up for this car. I got it. And he helped me get it running and everything. But the only problem I would have when I go out, it's dense. Like one side was all dented up. Right? So when I would park to try to impress the girls, I would make sure I was on the good side.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? But the problem is on the driver's side is when you riding down the road, the door can fly open. You know what I'm saying? Like if you hit a corner or something.
Yeah. Oh man.
It was so bad when I knew we was gonna go out and really truly party. And feed ourselves, you know what I'm trying to say, right? So we don't fall out. We had to get the safety rope and make sure, everybody get in. We'll tie it to the passenger
other side, yeah.
To make sure it can't come out. But dude, the door, as soon as you hit that corner, it'll fly open. And so, sometimes I was like, if I got too bad messed up, I'd be like, hey man, why don't you drive back?
You fall out. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's a trip how times go, but like now, it's
all
different.
The things we did, and then law enforcement was different. I mean, I was at school down in Virginia, in Virginia State, and I used to ride people back, and the cars. I mean, the Newport was big, but it wasn't big enough to fit 11 people. Right. With 11 people. We're talking 6 hours going back up. I would be all in the boroughs, Bronx. Where you going? Okay, we got to stop through the Bronx, then Staten Island. We're coming back to Jersey. And I was just getting all the money. Okay, she give me the money, y'all. And then we would ride. And good gosh, man, we were just live and direct the whole way through. But I remember we were going around one of the belts. You know how they have the inner belt and the outer belt in D.C.? So, a lot of times I would go in. And then when you riding around, I'd say, wow, this is taking the traffic. And then I'd see welcome to Virginia. And I must have done something wrong and come back into Virginia again. I was like, a couple of times what happened. And then we had a blowout at some point. I remember we had a blowout and the car and the tire that it wasn't a blowout. The tie rod or something, their tire came off.
Oh, yeah, the tie rod.
Yeah,
I think it's we had to ask Mike. He's a professional, but I think it's like a tie rod is something that holds that tire on. Yeah, the tire came off,
and the tire passed us. It was like boom, 3-wheel motion, and the tire passed us. We were like all of each other, like, oh yeah, my God, the tire. It was just a mess. Talking about we were all. I knew I played ball my first year, so we lifted up, tried to put the thing on. We didn't understand what was going on, man. It was a mess. Then we added to. Then another time we changed the tire. This is not a different trip, the same car, and the spare. I wanted to make the money. So I was trying to try to give some cargo room in the back for the trunk. For
right.
Because I was like, y'all strap your backpacks and stuff on the roof.
Yeah,
they were like, man, I'm not putting on my clothes and all that stuff. Stuff will open up, be all over the street.
Right.
I was like, all right, we'll figure it out. So we strapped the spare tire up there and tied the rope and had the rope going through the inside of the car. And after we were riding for a while, the thing slid back and it was covered the back window and it was nighttime. I couldn't see anything that was going on. It was just like a hairline that just slid back into the back of your neck. And we were just riding on home just like that, man. Our cars were passing like, what are you doing? You know, what
I thought you were going to tell me you tried to make room so you sold the back tire. The spare tire.
No, we might. Hey, listen, after that tie rod incident, we needed that thing. It was just a matter of where we're going to put it.
Yeah.
If we had to hold it outside the window and say, you hold it for the first 3 hours and y'all hold it for the second 3, we got to figure this out.
And I'll go back to this Vega. Like, you know, growing up, I don't know. I guess maybe everybody think it's fun just because that's all they know. But for me, it was the best thing ever, right? I played sports, did all that. But this Vega, I was good. 16, I'm rolling. Now, was I looking good? No, but I wasn't walking, right? I wasn't walking. So we'll go to this damn park. It's like a park in Greensboro that everybody go and hang out at. But we'll go there. But most people, and that's before they really came out with the 12-inch woofers, you know, and all that professional stereo stuff. So what I got, remember those big old stereo boosters that might look about this big?
Oh, yeah, the boosters. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got that. And then because I used to DJ, not DJ professionally, but I used to like to have a lot of parties. So I like my music loud. So I would get my house speaker instead of my hatchback, right? And plug the booster up. So when I go to the park, I lift that hatchback up and bam, there we go. We are rolling, right? It's a park. Man. Yeah, I was good. As long as the girl didn't look at the driver's side of the car. You know what I'm saying? That's what all the dents was.
Yes.
The other side looked pretty good. It was like in the crazy color, it was like a lime green.
Yes.
An ugly color, but fine. No dents. Yes. I'm not walking. Mm-hmm. And hell, the girl couldn't complain too much unless she was driving. Yeah. If you walking, hell, get your ass in. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? So it was all good.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much, Stacy Ames. Appreciate the donation. Thank you, Stacy. Good looking, Stacy. Appreciate it. Hopefully everybody's enjoying themselves this evening or this morning. Because you know what? It's morning time.
It's 1 o'clock your time, brother.
Morning time.
Yeah, but check it out. You gonna hit me tomorrow so we can work at the other stuff? Figure it out.
Oh, tomorrow? Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna contact you. Actually, we're supposed to be going and picking up some jet skis in the morning time. I gotta figure this out. But if you're around, I know you said you have something going on later in the day, but I'm gonna catch you. No. I
mean, typically we do lockup, a live lockup, but the series just over, so it's no show tonight. So I'm actually open Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, so great.
Just call. Yeah, just call.
I'm gonna definitely get on and spend some time with my Tommy Cats right here because they've been fantastic. Riding with me. They're great. I've seen the transition. Stacy, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. And it didn't come up. That's one thing that we're gonna take care of tomorrow. Perry and I are gonna take care of that super chat because Stacy was wondering. Well, nothing popped up, but I don't think if I do something with the
I seen it there.
Nothing's coming up.
I actually tried to hit it. It wouldn't let me. So when I was in the chat,
super chat. Yeah. So I had watched the video and stuff, but I just didn't see the button. So hopefully it'd be something easy. Maybe even after we get off this, we could just look at that, and then tomorrow we just have to tackle that other little thing.
That's cool then. Well, I'm gonna step out, and you hang out with the super cat. Then I'm gonna go and smoke me a cigarette and come back.
Okay, fella.
Yeah. But just call me when you're ready to come on.
Okay, Perry.
All right, man. Appreciate it. And bye, everybody. Thanks for having me.
All right.
All right, bro.
Perry Sanders, everybody. There he is, and there he goes. That's a good guy right there. Surrounded by great energy, everybody. Ooh, you know what? I was so glad Mike showed up. I was able to chill. You saw me over here, but then after a while, all that car talk. I'll tell you, that guy all the time. He's over the top. Loves cars, that Mike. Love that guy. Yeah. Me, Mike, and Danny. That's how it was growing up. You guys met Danny. Danny was the sax man, Dan, and then Mike was my other guy, Mike Ledwitz and Danny Rock Marlowitz. Isn't this something? And all three of us have sisters named Wendy. That's the craziest, isn't it? We all have sisters named Wendy. And they all drive us crazy. Only kidding. Well, yeah. And all that jazz. Hopefully you're having a good night tonight or a good time hanging out. This is more than I bargained for, actually, with my third and final show. I did 3 shows today, 3 interviews. You know, earlier I was wondering how I was going to make it. And you know what I had tonight? You're to bug out. I hadn't eaten anything. I had cereal this morning. I had cereal with strawberries. Had that around 9:30 this morning. And that's all I had all day long. I had my salad with me. I had an avocado. I had banana. You know, I had some stuff that I could have snacked on, but I didn't eat it. And then Nita and I were to go to this seafood spot. And I said, I'll put some seafood on. And, you know, we'll do that before we get on tonight. We'll celebrate a little bit. You know, I was excited, but I was dead tired, you know, dead tired. I still am. But you know what? Off pure adrenaline, kept it going. And then, you know, we were running a little behind schedule when Sherelle came on. And I did get some calls like, Tommy, please try to be on time. Tommy, please, because you're notorious. We know. And you know what? I pulled it off. I was only a couple minutes late. But, you know, we stopped by the Land Down Under. We went to the, what's the place? Oh, what's your place? Apple Crescent. Remember I told you? American, Australian cooking is the what? Bloomin' onion and all that. What am I thinking about? The bags folded up in the garbage. But you know what I'm talking about. Right. We went there. Your eyes are red. Yeah, well, a little tired. But I'm having fun. I know I could bail out, guys. You don't have to say, Tommy, you need to go to sleep. You know, hey, listen, it's the weekend. I'll catch it. Outback. Yes, Outback. I'll see. We went to the Outback. And we had a good time. Oh, boy, that sounds nice, Doc. We went there and got filet mignon and cream spinach, mashed potatoes, and appetizers. I had mushrooms, stuffed mushrooms, or whatever the mushrooms they had, and bread, and 2 tall glasses of milk, and pushed myself through 3 interviews. Yeah. But it's all good. Tomorrow I'm going to go veg out. We actually have a day of Hampton, you know, Nita's going to be well rested. She's been sleeping like, what? So I think Nita was out of bed like 9 o'clock. So tomorrow, you know, I'm going to be like, I'm going to pass her the microphone. Hopefully she accepts it. Hopefully she accepts it tomorrow because I need the backup. But maybe not. I'm going to get up in the morning and I'm going to run everybody. What I got about 5-6 hours. Oh yeah, tomorrow I don't have to get up early. Well, I get up around 7. Yeah, about 6 hours I will get up. And I'll run and I'll ride my bike tomorrow evening. I'll put a little break in between everything. And maybe we'll get to the beach. I don't think we'll get to the beach tomorrow. Maybe the pool. But in any event, folks, you know, that's what it's all about. We want to try to get these jet skis. I have a GoPro. I want to get another GoPro and really try to get things all systems a go, you know, because we want to start hitting the water and really sharing these fantastic water experiences. I mean, Nita and I used to be all about that. I mean, I really wish we had the boat out on the water and everything like that, because those kind of videos, those kind of lives would be like, wow. you know, the boat listing, sailing on an angle like this, and hoisting the mainsail, and lowering the jib sheet, and turning her about, and all this stuff at the helm, you know, everything going down, you know, the boom swinging around, everything. But now it's going to be not putzing around, but we'll be zooming around on some jet skis, trying to get some supercharged ones, see how that works out for us tomorrow. We got a couple places in mind. Definitely don't want to come up empty-handed. I want to leave the weekend with some jet skis. And the only thing that might slow us down is I'd like to try to see if I can get a second-hand trailer, because I think we can come out better. And we're here in South Florida. I know somebody has something for us. So, wish us luck. Wish us well. And I'm going to catch you all probably in the morning sometime, okay? Mike, yeah, I see you, buddy. We had a blast, Mikey. We had a blast, man. Yeah, so listen, folks, I'm going to go ahead and turn in. It's been a great time. I want to thank you all for joining me and had a wonderful time. I really see how this is going to take off. It's taken off already. It's great. I feel wonderful doing it. I can only imagine if I had just a wee bit little more sleep, you know, how things would go. But I certainly do see I see it. I see how it's going to go down, and it's wonderful. So you all have a wonderful morning. I want to wish everybody all the best. You know, have a great morning time, breakfast, whatever you do, make it count. Take advantage of life. Take advantage of today, you know, and be hopeful for tomorrow's, everybody. You know, we're here. We're on borrowed time. It's time to just be positive, stay faithful, and everything's going to be all right. So, all right, I'm out. Thanks. Morning time. Bye, everybody. Make it a great one. Bye now. Oh, and don't forget. Oh, and listen, I just want to say thank you very much again for those people who did donations. I really do appreciate it. Again, Perry, I'm going to try to reach out to him in a moment and see if we can get the super chat up. I know that it is a little bit of a struggle, you know, and I'd like to try to, you know, be right on it, spot on with the thank yous for the donations and things. And I think that super chat should work out nicely. I think that's a pretty good platform for what I'm hearing. I'm sorry it's taken me so long to get this thing up, but you know, everything in its own time. We'll get there, folks. All right. Thanks for bearing with me and being patient as we grow. You all take care. Bye. Have a good morning.